Students, whatever homework is given to you, you have to submit it on the very next day between 8 am to 1 pm to the given WhatsApp number, and it is compulsory to submit your homework as your attendance will be marked on the basis of your submission.
Children, I welcome you here in online education of KGK Higher Secondary School. Today we are going to continue the poetry of 12th standard English part 2. The name of the poem is An Elementary School Classroom in Slum, written by Stephen Splendor. In the previous class we started this poem and I narrated you the beginning lines, the beginning paraphrase of this poem. In that lines, Stephen Splendor describes about the classroom of the school situated in slum. The classroom was poorly built. The children who were present in the classroom, they were very thin. Some of them had, some physical defects also. So today we are going to continue after that. Well, from here onwards, the poet Stephen Splendor begins to describe about the classroom. Let us start. On sour cream walls. Now here the poet is mentioning about the color of the classroom. Color. It was sour cream. We all know that cream color, but when it starts getting yellow, that is called sour cream. So the color was not in good condition. It was getting yellow, and it shows clearly that for many last year, the coloring in the classroom was not done. And on the walls, the donations were there. It means the people who donated, the pictures of great people, the portraits, the pictures were hung on the wall. Now, whose pictures were there? Let me tell you. Shakespeare's head. There was a beautiful portrait of William Shakespeare, the great poet and the novelist of English literature. Cloudless at dawn. Civilized dome riding all cities. So various pictures were there. There was a picture of William Shakespeare. There was a picture of natural scenery and civilized dome. It means the pictures of different buildings having domes. That painting was hung on the wall. In the picture, civilization was there, but the people, the children, those who were there in the classroom, they were not civilized. They were living in slum. Belled, flowery, Tyrolese valley. These are the pictures of different beautiful places. So the walls were full of the paintings. Some of them were of natural beauty. Some of them were of great personalities like William Shakespeare. Open-handed map awarding the world its world. And there was a map also showing the world. But the world which was mentioned in the map, the world was quite different to the world of the children, those who were present in the classroom. And yet, for these children, these windows, not this map, their world. Yeah. The children's world was there outside the window, and it was slum, dirty area, dusty area, polluted area. And the world which was mentioned in the map, that was beautiful. So there was a great difference between the world of the map and the world of the children, where all their futures painted with a fog. Yeah, the children's future was unclear as it was painted by what? Fog. Now this shows about the spread pollution of the slum. Generally, the slums come into existence nearby the industries. And when the industries release the polluted gases, the fog-like situation was there, unclear, the atmosphere was found around the slum. Clarity was not there. As clarity was not there in the environment, well, even the clarity was not there about the future of the children who were studying in the elementary school. A narrow street sealed in with a lead sky, far, far from rivers, capes and stars of the worlds. Now here, the poet has described that what was visible out through the window of the classroom. There was a narrow street and the sky was dark, and this darkness was due to the pollution. So place was not looking very beautiful. The slum was not looking beautiful. The atmosphere was not looking beautiful, which was there around the slum. And this dirty place was far away from the beautiful rivers, the valleys, the natural beauty was not there. And here the poet has clearly mentioned about the pollution which was there in the slum due to the industries. Surely Shakespeare is wicked, the map a bad example. Now here the poet begins to describe about the feelings of the children. The children, they were living in the dirty slum. Their world was not beautiful. So when they saw the pictures of beautiful things, they feel that it is bad only. This is not real, because they have never seen such beautiful places in their lives. And Shakespeare was looking wicked. Children, they have never seen such person like William Shakespeare. So children started thinking that this man is wicked only because it is far away from the reality. With ships and sun and love tempting them to steal. And yes, the picture of the ship, the picture of the sun, which was there in their classroom, it was attracting them to steal the picture. Why they were tempted to steal the portraits? Because they were beautiful and their locality, their slum was not beautiful. So they wanted to steal. The pictures were inviting them to steal them. For lives that slowly turn in their crumpled holes. Yeah, slowly. There, here, the poet describes about the slum and the houses of the students, the children who were there in the elementary school. Well, the houses, the locality was absolutely polluted, and houses were like halls, crumpled halls. Crumpled hall, it means small houses were there. Children were living in the huts, you can say. Hall is very small, so the houses also were very small. And yes, the small houses were located where? In the very polluted area. From fog to endless night. During the day, they could not see even the sunlight clearly, as it was surrounded by the fog. So even at daytime, the light was not there, and even at night time, light was not there. So those people, those children who were studying in the who were studying in the elementary school, they haven't seen the clear sunlight in their lives, especially when they were there in the small houses, surrounded by the pollution. Then again, he starts describing about the locality. On their slag heap, around the slum, there was mountain of dust, wastage, So generally what happens, the place at where we gather, the waste, there used to be a mountain-like structure of wastage dust, and the children wear skins peeled through by bonds and spectacles of steel. Poet has described about the physique of the children. They have put on the clothes, and the clothes were tattered from different places, and from those holes on their clothes, their skin was not visible, but their bones were visible. So this shows how thin they were. They were the victims of malnutrition. They all were malnourished. And the spectacle of steel with mended glass like bottle bits on stones. Yeah, some of them had put on the spectacles, but the glasses of their spectacle were broken into pieces. This shows the absolute poverty of the children. All of their time and space are foggy slum, so blot their maps with slums and as big as two. Poet described that the slum was not beautiful at all. It was dirty, heaps of garbage was there. It was surrounded by the fog, and it was far away from the world which was there in the man. Unless governor, inspector, visitor, this map becomes their window, and these windows that shut upon their lives like catacombs. A new word is there, catacombs. What is catacomb? Catacomb, it means underground gallery. Here the poet mentions, in fact he is requesting the governor, he is requesting the inspector, he is requesting the visitor that come on, you people can change the life of these students who are living in the slum. You can change the the houses. Right now their houses is just like the catacombs, underground gallery. They were not living in good conditions. So he is requesting the other people, the authorities, to take them away from the hell. The slums condition was just like a hell, and he wants them to be taken away from this place. They deserve good life. They deserve good houses. So poet is requesting the other people to give them good life, good houses to live, good school in which they can study. Break open till they break the town and show the children to green fields and make their world run azure on gold sands. Again, he continues to request the governor, the visitor, and the inspector that from this dirty place, take the children away. You can show them the green fields. You can show them the blue sky. You can show them the golden sand. Give them better life. He is requesting the people, those who are capable of changing the lives of the students. And let their tongue run naked into books and white and green leaves, open. History theirs, whose language is the sun. Here a beautiful message is given by Stephen Splendor. He asked the people to give them good school, to give them good books for their education. And once they get better education, in that case, they will be able enough to change their economic condition, their locality. And remember, history theirs, whose language is the sun. Those who watch the sun, those who get inspiration from the sun, they create history in this world. So this way, poet Stephen Splendor has described about the very pitiable condition of the school and the locality of the children, those who are living in the slum. You have to do the question and answer of the textbook, and if any problem is there, if any doubt is there, in that case you can ask the question through WhatsApp. It would be my pleasure to clear your doubts. So thank you very much all of you. Have a nice day.